Have you ever been in a situation whereby you run into a person maybe you used to study with in high school, and then all of a sudden fear strikes you and you decide just to run away because they have made so much progress in their life? They've become so successful and you're not there yet. Maybe you haven't done anything with your life for a long period of time. For years and years, you've just been procrastinating and wasting time. And maybe he went on monk mode, and when he came back, he resurfaced. He came back as an extremely successful person. And to make matters worse, maybe this person was a was a loser in school. You used to make fun of them, and now they've come back, they are successful, and you're not. The period I actually dropped university was one of the most productive moments I've ever had in my life. I was so disciplined at that time. I don't know, maybe because of love or something. And I am not saying this to show off or something. I used to wake up early, I used to train a lot, I used to work with a schedule, and I used to sleep early. I used to wake up early, and I'd work very hard, and I made so much progress. Well, at that time, I did not even have a phone because of some financial issues. I only had like a laptop and books, and that was all I had in my life. I had lost all contacts with the people, with my former friends, because I did not even have a phone. There was no way I could communicate with them. Whenever I'd log into Instagram, you cannot really scroll on a laptop. It's not easier. And so you'll find that you'll become so productive at the end of it. And after like 6 months, only one person was still checking up on me, and that was the girl I used to love back then. And so I found it really easier to work on my goals. Well, that is until I bought a phone, and so everything began to fall out. I could no longer keep up with that kind of productive life. I started scrolling, and the rest is history. If you have been at that point in your life, then this video is probably about you, because I have been at that point in my life. I tried monk mode, I failed and failed and failed until I gained confidence and I became a master at it. I failed until I got it right. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to go into monk mode. No bullshit guide like the other videos you normally see out there, where they just tell you to go in the dark and forget everything. No, I'm going to give you a blueprint on how to do it. And by the end, you'll come back more successful, with more achievements, maybe better looking, a good body, and so much success waiting for you. You need to disappear. Stop thinking the world cannot do without you. I know you probably think that when you go on monk mode, when you disappear, people will not survive without you. And this is a misconception that is ruining your life, because once you try and go on monk mode for just 2 weeks, and you'll realize that probably no one cares, no one will reach out, and even if someone does, maybe it's one person, or actually no one. For 90% of the people I talk to, or for you in that case, probably no one cares. And I don't mean to sound mean, but this is the truth. Once you disappear, you'll find it really, really easy to work on your goals. So shave your head, like literally a bald head, or you can just shave like a schoolboy. When I was in high school, we used to shave like almost all your hair, and so I made a vow that once I finish high school, I would no longer cut my hair like that. I would never. And so, as time went by, I began to realize that that was just a silly opinion on my part. And so, whenever I want to go on monk mode, I would just shave it. And you'll probably look very ugly, but that is not the point. The point now is that once you shave your hair, you'll become like a new version. Once you shave your hair, the older version that came with that old hair is gone. You assume it's gone, and now it's a new version. So as the new hair begins to grow, and that new version of you becomes reborn again. So seriously, just shave your head right now. Just trust me. And then write down a list of the things you want to accomplish in an year. And then stick them up in your room or something. And at the extreme levels, create a vision board. Pictures of you succeeding. Maybe you want to become a doctor. You put there a picture of a doctor, you blur the face or something, and then you print it, and then you put it in a table. Maybe you want to get good grades, you just put there results that show you have good grades. And so whenever you wake up in the morning and whenever you pass by, you will always see this. Make sure you see it at least 3 times a day, and this within a longer period of time, it will become embedded in your brain, and you'll start acting like that person, that version of you that is successful. Maybe you want to make $1 million. You write a fake check, and then you place it on that vision board. This is not useless, because this will become your biggest motivation, and you just, whenever you see it, you just assume you have it, and over a long period of time you will get it. If you actually live with your parents, then it's going to be a bit hard for you to stick them on the wall, so you can just put them in a book that you know you will open it more often. The third point is learn to use pain and rejections effectively. I always say this, I have like a really high temper, and so whenever someone crosses me, or I get rejected, or I face a heartbreak, I decide to use that emotion as fuel to become something greater in life. And so if you use this in the correct manner, you will realize that it is the most effective method, and you will gain success very, very fast. I was a really big fan of anime, and so for the anime fans, you will understand me when I say this, like the Vinland Saga type of thing. You use your anger. In season 1, the guy used his anger to create distraction, and in season 2, he used that anger to become a great person, a stoic. And so this is how you should do it. You should propel that energy and use it effectively. Maybe you're angry, use that anger to become the greatest version of yourself. Make them regret why they left you in the first place. David Goggins is also a big example of this. He always uses trauma. The traumas he faced in the past, they are the ones which push him to become better every day. And the fourth point is make sure you train. Most people do not, and this is where you gain the advantage. You will become stronger within a long period of time, and nothing beats a strong man. Don't listen to the media or women who say that they prefer dad boards. It's not true, you dumbass. The people who tell you this, they are lying to you. People prefer other people who have a good body. Whenever you have like a great physique, people will start to respect you because you are disciplined enough. And there is no greater discipline than the one built in the gym. So if you are consistent, you cannot cheat your way through a good physique. And so this is where discipline is built. If you are disciplined in the gym, then the discipline will manifest in all other areas of your life. And once you start to see the results, the dopamine, the good type of dopamine sparks, and you'll realize that you'll become more and more motivated to work even harder and harder. And so the fifth one, delete all social media, or rather just get rid of your phone. If you do not use it, just get rid of it. Like I said in my story, I was the most productive when I got rid of my phone. But if you cannot do this, just delete your all applications, and whenever you want to get into deep work, you want to work, make sure that your phone is nowhere near you. Maybe put it in another room, or just if you are a content creator, maybe like me, you want to make content, make sure you use it for content. Or if it's for business, make sure you use it for business. If you do not use Instagram, TikTok, if it's not, you're not posting content, or even if you're posting content, just make sure that whenever you want to post content is when you install the app. You can just delete and install when you want to post it. Produce more than you consume. And this is how the successful people live their lives. And the last point is make everything your fault. By now you should have realized that no one is coming to save you. You are alone in this journey. And so it's really sad to say, but it's how life is. Once you go into monk mode, the world will forget about you, and that is fine, because what you're building will stay there permanently. Once you become successful, the people you had who left in your life, they will always come back. They will want to learn from you, and it will be too late. Maybe just one person will reach out to you, and I know you want to make excuses and say that whenever you work or you put your phone away or you go into monk mode, there will be emergencies. Let's be honest. It's very unlikely for you to have an emergency. And even if there is an emergency, it's most likely that the last person that people would actually call is you. Most people would not even bother to call you because you cannot even help them right now. So build value first, and the rest will fall into place. Make everything your fault and go into monk mode and come back and shock the world. Become extremely successful. If I had like the biggest advice I would give you, I would say is this: go into monk mode, because it's highly effective. I'm proof of that. maybe just take like 3 to 5 years. It's not a long time. We all go into universities for 4 years. You'll realize that time flies by very quickly, and within a short period of time. 3 to 5 years is a short period of time. If you want to become successful in 1 year or 1 month, then you're lying to yourself. Success is built slowly. Just disappear for those 3 to 5 months, and I guarantee you that you will become successful. Stop fearing your demons. They are the ones which will push you to become the greatest version of yourself. Loneliness is not a curse, actually, it's a blessing. When you're lonely, you're able to think more, you're able to act more, and you're able to do things that others cannot do. It is like a rite of passage that every successful person goes through. And so you are not alone. Come to realize this, that when you come to realize that every successful person was once lonely, then this will motivate you more to go into monk mode. And as always, every action you take carves the man you become.